All right, Smell Good family. I know y'all can relate with what I'm about to say. It's a great day when it's package day. It's a great day when it's a package day. In our case, when a new fragrance is at the doorstep, it is an exciting day. All right, to see what your new experience is. You're getting ready to explore something new to your collection. And that's what we have today. All right, so we're talking about some new fragrances to the collection today. Really excited to get into it. I've only worn. I've only worn one of these fragrances, and the rest are going to be really first impressions and first conversations, man. So I don't get a chance to do a lot of live streams these days. Normally, this is where I would do that, do this kind of content, but here we are in video form. Hopefully y'all enjoy it. So how many? 1, 2, 3, 6. 6 new fragrances to the collection. Let's start talking about it. All right, appreciate y'all. Let's get to it. YouTube, what's going on YouTube? What is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, it's your guy one more time, DEDRICKHICKSJR, and I'm back with another fragrance video. Smell Good family. Hopefully everyone is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic. And as always, man, it's positive energy, it's positive vibes, and it's positive vibes only, all right? No disrespect, no negativity of any kind will be tolerated here on this channel towards me or anybody who is a part of the Smell Good family. All right, so we rocking out with good energy, and we're just having fun with our journey, and that's what it should always be about, in my opinion. All right, so let's get to it, man. So up first, a lot to discuss, so we're not going to waste any time. And this is the only fragrance that I have worn and experienced, and I think it's the best. It's one or two from the house, and this house is incredible and does great work, and I love this fragrance, man. From the house of Day 3 Fragrance, we're talking Desert Rain. Desert Rain, man. Shout out to my guy Michael Paul and the team over at Day 3. This is outstanding. For me personally, that masculine day-to-day vibe in a bottle is right here. This is, I really have a good time with my versatile masculine fragrance talk, whether I'm doing it here on YouTube or I'm actually holding a conversation with somebody in my day-to-day life. But this is in the top 10 of like, just if I had to take 10 masculine versatile fragrances with me, like this would be a part of that. This is incredible stuff. Juniper berry, leather, this kind of cactus blossom note that's in here as well. This rain accord, just outstanding stuff. Performance is great. In my experience, I got a solid 8-9 hours out of this fragrance before it really, I ain't gonna say it never became faint off my skin, but really kind of gets tamed itself all the way down. Great transitions with this fragrance. This is definitely, Day 3 has a lot of like gourmands, tobacco fragrances and mango fragrances, and they also have fragrances like Downtown Deja Vu, which I love, Del Mar, which I love. But I think this is the first one that just really focusing on that masculine energy, in my opinion. I'm just saying, because of what this does. And don't get me wrong, ladies can wear anything they want, and most fragrances from Day 3 are unisex down the line. But this right here, man, like this is for the fellas. This is for the fellas, and just a beautiful creation, man. Again, I love this stuff. I'll be wearing this. This will probably be the most worn Day 3 fragrance. This one, Downtown Deja Vu and Del Mar, those are the ones I just are versatile, that I wear all the time. But the other ones like La Tacita, Philosophia, I wear those like in the cooler months. And then like Bonnie, I wear that in the summertime. But this is right here is anytime, in my opinion. So from Day 3, Desert Rain, my guy Michael Paul, man. This guy's on fire, man. This guy is on fire. Quality, man. Great stuff here. Day 3, check it out. It is available now. I have it linked in the description, man. Check out Desert Rain. All right. Up next, 2 new fragrances from the house of Maxim Perfumes. This is an underrated niche house. I've talked about them a lot. I love what they bring to the table, and they just released 2 brand new fragrances. Now, these fragrances are hella expensive, but they do have opportunities for sampling. These are some of the most raw, natural smelling fragrances that I've ever gotten my nose on, and the price point really indicates that. And the experience and the price point match, in my opinion, because when you smell it, yo, the first time I experienced them, I said, yo, this is the most natural smelling fragrance experience that I've ever had, like in my life. All right, so let's get into it. Up first, and this one is so crazy, but I really do like it. From the house of Maxim Perfumes, we have the new Lud Marin. Beautiful bottles. I love the new presentations. I love the blue plate on it with the gold trimming. And look at the color of that juice, man. Look at the color of that juice. Now, I'm not saying this is a summertime fragrance. I'm not saying that, but man, it's just rolling off of the atomizer. Like I can smell it through the glass. This puts me, it doesn't smell like it, but it puts me in the mindset of an experience I've had before. The first time I really smelled that Oud Mineral from Tom Ford, which is a very I can say controversial, but kind of a you love it or hate it style scent. That's what it is. This is going to be that, man. This is a very interesting oud aquatic fragrance. You got your spices. Matter of fact, I have the note card right here, so let's go ahead and read it off. So top notes, you get seaweed, and it's a salty fragrance. That's what it is, in my opinion. Seaweed, amyris, styrax, I think it's called Nagarmatha, cacao absolute. You also get some oud, some ambergris, some beeswax, some vanilla, some cedarwood, and some vetiver, man. This is a super masculine fragrance for the masculine man. But quite honestly, there's something really special about this. Like if I spray this, it is going to implode this room. Like literally one spray. Where would I wear this? I would wear this on, really, if I was out on the water, like on a boat trip or a fishing trip out on the water, I would wear this. I would wear this if I'm sitting on the dock side, like at a seafood spot, having, some seafood, with friends and family, like my wife, or just kind of in that kind of environment. And I'll also wear this like to like a beach party at night, or something at night where you're just on the water and you just kind of move around. This is very mature fragrance, man. And like I said, salty, aquatic, oud, like it's a unique profile, and it ain't for everybody. Matter of fact, this may scare a lot of you out there, but if you are into the art of perfumery, if you're into the more natural experiences and fragrances, this is one to tap into. This stuff is very good. It's very interesting, and I cannot wait. In a couple of days, I'm going to go hang out with the boys, and I'm going to go wear this, man. We're going to kind of catch up, man. It's football season time, so we're going to get together. Cigar Lounge. This is a place where you can wear that as well. This is a fragrance where you can wear that as well. Very interesting. Check out the house. I have them linked below. They have a great lineup, and Maxim Perfumes, they're doing great things, and this is incredible. From the house of Maxim Perfumes, we have Lud Marin. Crazy, man. Crazy good. Crazy good. Up next, whoo-wee, another one from Maxim Perfumes. We have Bastilia Sakara. Bastilia Sakara. Now, this juice is a little bit lighter, but that don't mean nothing. This is still insane. You get this kind of oud and citrus here that I really love, and there's this kind of animalic musk with it as well. Man, I just want to spray that one. I mean, it's gonna implode the room, but bear with me here. Yeah, man, you get this animalic musk, and it's punchy. You get this nice, like, citrus and oud and woods with this fragrance. It is incredible. It is incredible. Like, it has a distinct personality that I've never smelled before. Like I said with Lud Marin, it puts me in the mindset of that Oud Mineral from Tom Ford. Not the same, but puts me in that mindset. I've never come across anything like this. A very masculine, vibrant, very imposing style of a scent. You don't need a lot of sprays. These are extrait de parfums. Well, this one is extrait, and this one is an eau de parfum. All right. So the full price point on this one is this is $350. But you can get a sample for much cheaper than that. But this one is $250. All right, so the concentration and the ingredients and the oils that they're using, and like I said, these are natural fragrances. Really, really matters. Let's talk about some of the notes. I love how they give like the trading card, so to speak, to the fragrance. So here up top, you start off with some frankincense. You got some bergamot in the heart. You got some myrrh or papanax. I think it's a Nagaramotha note again. With some musk, some castoreum, and some civet. That's where that kind of animalic muskiness comes into play here. In the base, a beautiful sandalwood, oak moss, benzoin, ladybum to wrap up the fragrance. So this is another masculine fragrance, but in my opinion, you could wear this. I wouldn't wear this in the highest of heat, but anywhere else, a couple of sprays to the neck, you're good to go. You're good to go. Very masculine. I put it to you like this. Those who like, it's not like this fragrance, but if you like that Terre d'Hermès Eau Intense vetiver, that really masculine fragrance, this is in that vein, but even a little bit stronger. All right, so be careful with these, man. They have a tendency to get out of hand if you overspray. I do not recommend that. But again, this and the many others from Maxim Perfumes, the most rawest, natural fragrance experiences that I have ever had. And I almost have the entire collection. They did send these my way, and I almost have it. I almost have the entire collection, and each experience is always like a wow moment. So great stuff. We have Bastilia Sakara from Maxim Perfumes, a brand that y'all don't really hear about and don't know too much about, but the house is great. It is a great experience, especially if you're into the art of perfumery. You're not into the hype of it. There's a lot of hype in perfumery, and I'm on both sides because I love the conversation and the hype of fragrances, but I also love the journey of especially discovery. And that house has allowed me to really open up my thought process and my experiences when it comes to perfumery. Great house. All right. Up next. All right. So the first three were sent to me. All right, and as always, I hate that we even have to say this as content creators, but it's just the way it goes. But that has no natural bearing on my thoughts and opinions on how I feel about a fragrance. Just period. All right. But the next three, I purchased with my own money. Did I echo? I purchased it with my own money. All right. So I just got this package in yesterday. All right. Fragrance Net. Boy, am I happy with these next three fragrances. So let's go ahead and tap in. This fragrance is absolutely beautiful. This house is amazing. I love everything I've ever experienced from the house. But this fragrance here is wow. From the house of Ormond Jane. We're talking Nawab of Oudh Intensivo. Good Lord. I've just recently really dove into the conversation of this fragrance, and it is outstanding. Rose, cinnamon, musk, citruses, just a beautiful, beautiful blend. And that Ormond Jane rose is just so distinctive, man. I love the rose that they use. It really comes out like an arabesque. The rose is really front and center. It really comes out in here as well. But the blends of these Ormond Janes are just out of this world. Out of this world. This stuff is very sexy, it's very elegant, it's very classy, unisex for sure. The spiciness to the fragrance does something really cool here. So it appears like it's a spicy rose in the opening. That's what it appears to be. But then as the spices start to dwindle down, the rose survives. So the rose is kind of maneuvering through the entire note breakdown of this fragrance. And I'm going to read the notes here. And from just testing it out over the last couple of days, overnight really. I tested it last night, and I'm gonna wear this weekend. Me and my wife are gonna go out this weekend. I'm gonna wear this weekend because this is just a sexy fragrance. So some of the notes in Nawab of Oudh Intensivo. Main accord, spicy, floral, green, wooden, fresh for sure. Top notes, cardamom, green notes, orange, aldehydes, and bergamot. In the heart, rose, pimento, cinnamon, laurel, orchid, hidaween, and magnolia. And in the base, vetiver, ambergris, lavender, musk, and oud. The oud in here is not a scary situation at all, but it's just how this thing is blended. Now, I will say that chili note and that cardamom blend very beautifully. You get the perfect balance of sweet and spicy. And it is awesome. It is awesome. Very impressed with just the wearing experience on my hand. And really, this is a blind buy. I've never smelled this before. It was a blind buy. I don't recommend blind buying. I do it so you don't have to. But get a sample, or you can pull the trigger like I did. But I'm very excited and happy to have this in my collection. I must say I don't have anything else that kind of rivals this. The only thing that really came to mind was like Gucci Guilty EDP. Because of the chili note, but that has that balsamic vinegar note in it as well, dancing with that rose. That's the only thing that kind of I thought of, but they don't smell alike. But other than that, this is another beautiful creation, sexy, classy fragrance, man. This is a fragrance that you are confident in yourself, your appearance, your approach. Like, you are confident. You are confident. And fellas, again, don't run away from the florals. Don't run away from them. This stuff is awesome, and you will be hearing about this for sure. Date nights, that's the only thing I could really think of, like a very sexy, intimate experience. You could really dress this up as well. If you're going to like a black tie event or something like that, and you're just trying to create an experience that's not really overly masculine, you know, with your fragrance, like a bold vetiver or leather or oud, but you want to kind of take it a little easy. Maybe you're on a date going into a black tie event or a wedding or something like that. Trust me on this, man. This stuff is awesome. Got it for a great discounted price on FragranceNet. So check it out from the House of Orman Jane, Nawab of Oudh Intensivo. I'm a huge fan of the house. If you have not tried Orman Jane, I recommend getting the Discovery set. I do have a code for Orman Jane. I think it's like Dedrick 10. It's in the description. Whatever it is, it's in the description. I do have a code for Orman Jane. You can find a lot of them on discounters, but some of them are not, you know. But if you just kind of getting a gripe and you're trying to get a full Discovery set, Dedrick 10 to help you out. All right. Up next, shout out to my guy Joel the Matrix. All right, my guy Joel. Salute to Joel. Put me on this fragrance on my last live stream, and he was right on the money. This is a juniper berry bomb, but it's very, very, very similar and reminiscent to another classic that's out there. But I don't care. I'm glad to have this from the House of Molinard. I believe this is pronounced Als Dohore. Als Dohore from Molinard. Juniper bomb. Juniper, oak, moss, woods, musk, and very, 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 very similar to a more expensive fragrance, and that is from Macy's Francis Kurkdjian. That is Gentle Fluidity Silver. This is a much more affordable version of that DNA, and it is good. It is good. It puts you in the immediate opening. It kind of put me in the mindset of like gin and tonic, because gin and tonic has like that lime and juniper berry opening, but then it quickly runs to that fluidity silver DNA with the woods and the juniper. And I love that fragrance. I love it. It's a great office staple for me. Great for the summertime. But this is very similar. I say that the juniper in this and the juniper and gentle fluidity silver definitely rival each other. That dry, kind of tarty, green, woody experience that you get with juniper. And juniper is a note like ginger that I have fallen in love with this year, and really kind of exploring those fragrances. And this is outstanding. Now, I don't know what the performance is on this fragrance, but just off wearing it on the inside of my arm last night, and I woke up this morning, it was still faintly there. So I probably got about 6 hours of sleep, maybe, yesterday. So I want to say this probably was on my skin about 7 hours, and I was just in the house. So this is a great fragrance for like daily wear. You can wear this out and about, wear it to the office, just like Gentle Fluidity Silver. Everything you can do with Gentle Fluidity Silver, you can do with this, because they are very, very similar. And this was like $40. I think I paid $45 or $55 on FragranceNet. It's available now. Joe Matrix put me on. I told Joe, don't tell nobody else about this till I get it. And I purchased it that night. All right, so great, affordable niche house. Molinar has some great fragrances. Fig, Gingembre, and now this is my third Molinar, and I have a couple of more Molinars I'm going to tap into as well. But if you love juniper, you love Gentle Fluidity Silver, you love gin and tonic, you love those juniper featured fragrances, where juniper is featured in certain fragrances, and you're just a fan of it, this is one to look into for a much more affordable price. From the house of Molinar, we have Als Dohore. Again, awesome fragrance, but if I can get it in focus. Yeah, awesome fragrance, but very, very, very similar to that Gentle Fluidity Silver vibe. And I ain't mad. I'm big on not having redundancy, but I ain't mad of having this bottle, because my Fluidity Silver bottle is like y'all bottles. It's like that 50 ml, and I'd be like, man, let's be careful with this one. This is 75 ml, so we got a total of a bigger bottle of this style, and I'm happy with it. All right, so Als Dohore, inexpensive, great juniper, fresh, clean, summer, daily wear, office wear style, same great stuff. All right, and last but not least, oh Lord, this right here is a beast. Now, I take that back. I said I've only worn one of these. Well, I have a sample. I did a short on this video a while, but was it a what's in the bag? Yes, it was. It was a what's in the bag short, and this is another example of sampling and then purchasing. And that's what happened with this one. From the house of Matière Première, we have Parisian Musk. My Lord, am I a huge fan of this fragrance. It's great. It's woods. It's woods. It's musk galore. It has this kind of like creamy, sweet, faint, creamy, sweet, powdery touch to it. A little bit of a kick of a spice in here. Ambroxan is roaring. I love this. And then I got to thinking when I was wearing the sample, it's very reminiscent of something or some things. And this falls into the line of that Santal 33, which I do not like. Louis Vuitton Lovers, which I really like. 1 Million Gold, which I like. This falls into the vein of that kind of cedarwood, sandalwood exposure of those notes. But I like this, I mean, slightly above Lovers. Slightly above Lovers. Why is that? I just like that added, slightly kind of creamy, powdery layer to this fragrance. I just do. And let's go over the notes. I know I didn't read the notes for Als Dohore, but I posted them, so you should have saw them. But let's go over the notes of this. And this is a raw video, y'all. This is a raw video. And Parisian Musk, we're gonna go ahead and look at the notes of that. So here we go. Green, creamy, woody, fresh, and sweet. All right. Fig leaf, amber tolide. That's a molecular molecule, basically like an ambery, woody, musky note. Ambroxan, another ambery, woody, musky note, molecular molecule. You got amberette seed, and then you got cedar wood. And the cedar wood and the musk are the true stars. But very, very beautifully displayed is that kind of that fig leaf. I think it's maybe the fig leaf and the ambroxan and amber. I think it's what's it called, amber tolide. I think that's what it is that's giving it, because it's giving it like a little faint sweetness, slightly powdery effect, but really blending well with that cedar wood, which is on full display. This may be my scent of the day. I love this stuff, man. I love this stuff, and I'm going to be diving into the house of Matière Première even more. I got Crystal Saffron, loaded up, about to pull the trigger on that. There's a couple others that I am interested in. But I love the presentation of this fragrance. I love how it smells. It's a very aggressive kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Very aggressive, bold presentation. But I love the simplicity of the presentation of the bottle style. Here's the box right here. Like, I have it all open, I opened it right. This is the first one I opened up. But then here's my sample from the video. I kept it right here on my desk. So this is the sample that I use for the what's in the bag. So I love this stuff. This is very well maybe my scent of the day. This is a beast of a performer because when I sampled it, I wore the sample for the majority of the day. Matter of fact, I sprayed it on. I did the video, then I went to the gym, and as I worked out, and it was pumping off your boy. The lady at the counter, I was getting a coconut water as I was leaving out of the gym, and she was like, "Sir, you smell really good." She just kind of hit me with one of those. "Sir, you smell really good." And I was like, "Appreciate that." But that was only 2 sprays on the inside of my arm. Oh, and the one on the back of my neck. That was it. I had just shot the video right before that. So anyway, this is a performer because I didn't take my shower till maybe a couple of hours later. So I had it on my skin probably about 5 hours. And by the time I hit the shower, it was pumping off your boy. You know, so Parisian Musk, versatile, daily, everyday wear, put you in the mind frame of lovers. It really does. Louis Vuitton lovers is a little bit more greener. And I love lovers. I love lovers, but I don't know if I'm gonna get a bottle because even the impression that I have from Yom and Lao got it covered. But this right here, it offers a different layer to that DNA. I don't like Santal 33 because it comes off a little bit pickly to my skin. It ain't horrible, but it's a no for me. But this is the perfect take on that style DNA for me. So check it out. From FragranceNet, from the house of Matière Première, we have Parisian Musk. Great, 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 great fragrance, man. I love this fragrance, all right? So there you have it, man. I know the video ran kind of long, but like I said, I usually do these in live stream form, but these are some of the newer fragrances to my collection. Shout out to Day 3 and shout out to Maxim Perfumes for sending those fragrances my way and allowing me to experience them and enjoy them. Thank y'all. And shout out to me going to work every day and being able, to, spend some money on some fragrances, man, because this is my hobby. This is our hobby. All right. And that's just what we do. So great additions. Super happy with all of them. And I look forward to talking more about them in the upcoming content. All right. So what do you guys got new? What's new? If you made it this far to the video, some of y'all done been clicked off the video. But if you made it to the end of the video, what's new for y'all? What's new for y'all collection? Let me know. All right, splack it up, splack it down, splack that thing all around. And remember, what you put out into this world is exactly what you are going to get back. Peace, y'all, and of course, splack.